is it going? And in today's video, as you can see, we're back with another finance video. Today's topic, it's going to be credit cards. Credit cards, America's #1 way to ruin your life if you're not smart with them and if you don't know what you're doing. So this is a very, very basic credit card video, nothing too crazy. I'm not going to go anything super in-depth, but this is just the basics to help you guys learn about credit cards if you're uninformed, and hopefully save you from putting yourself into a bad spot with them, because they are very good if you know how to use them, and if you're a credit card person. A lot of Americans aren't. So let's get right into it. And as we start all the finance videos, if you want free stocks, I have my link down below. You just gotta sign up under my link. You get a free stock, I get a free stock. I've already had a couple people do it, and they messaged me saying, oh yeah, they got their free stock, so pretty cool. Anyways, enough of that. If you want free money, go for it. What's a credit card? What is a credit card? The basics, it lets you borrow money up to a set limit to make purchases or pay bills. So everybody has a limit on their credit card. Unlike a debit card, you're borrowing instead of spending the money immediately. So you're taking the bank's money, you're taking the institution's money, using that money to make your purchase. You're not taking money out of your bank account. So that's why it's called credit card, not a debit card. And if I'm looking up or over here, I got football on. It's Sunday. The Vikings are crushing right now. Skull Vikes. But like I said, you are borrowing money. So what does that mean? You borrow it, you must repay, right? So unless you want to pay interest and then go into crazy debt. And it comes with a max limit, credit limits on every card, depending on your credit history, credit score, your income, a bunch of different things. So lots of information here. Let's go to the next slide. How credit cards work. So you make a purchase, and that amount you spent is added to your balance. And on that balance, like I said, it goes up to a certain max allowed. So you can have, let's say you have a $1,000 balance total, or $1,000 max limit. You can go over your balance, but please, you do not want to do that. You do not want to be even close to having your balance maxed out. Please do not. Statement issued shows balance, due date, minimum payments. So there's minimum payments, and then there's full payments. Minimum payments is the minimum amount to not get a fee and to stay on track with paying it off, but you're still going to pay for a bunch of interest. So the minimum payments keep you on track. There's a grace period. You have so many days to pay in full to avoid that interest. Like I said, pay in full is different from minimum payment. Pay in full ensures you're not going to get charged interest. Minimum payments, that interest is going to come down and beat the crap out of you, okay? So please, pay it off. Carry a balance. Interest accrues daily. Guys, I don't know if I said that right, but every single day, interest is stacking and stacking and stacking on top of your balance if you don't pay it off every month. So, let's go to the next slide. Key terms you should know. APR, so the yearly interest rate on balances. With credit cards, the balances are crazy high. Upwards of 30%. And that's going to be charged daily if you don't pay off your balance, which is an insane amount. So please pay your balances. Minimum payments, smallest required monthly amount. So they require you to pay a minimum monthly in order to keep the card without getting a bunch of fees and all that crap. So you can make minimum payments, but minimum payments can take years to pay off cards. Credit limit, I touched on that a little bit. The max amount you can borrow, depending on credit, income, job history, all that stuff. And then secured versus unsecured cards. So the secured cards are, to my knowledge, generally safer. So I think secured cards is like a what's it called? It's like a charge card where you can only spend the amount in your bank account on your credit card, and it helps you build credit while being much safer. I can't think of the exact term right now. It's almost like I should have done the research before I started recording, but they're safer. Unsecured, so unsecured cards are like your regular credit cards. Oh, the Vikings just scored again. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm distracted. Late fees and penalties. So if you don't pay your minimum payment on time, you're going to get hit with a late fee, and then there's penalties, and it just adds up and stacks up on top of the interest that's already smoking you. So please, don't get late fees. If you're not gonna pay, don't get late fees. Types of credit cards, this is where it can get fun. So there's rewards, cashback cards. I have a couple so I have 3 total credit cards. I have a credit card. I have one that I use all the time, my Amex Blue Cash every day. I love that card, man. I use that card like crazy. I got a MasterCard, which I only opened for the intro thing for I bought plane tickets, and it made it pretty much the plane tickets free. So that was nice, and I needed more credit on my file. And then I have a nice little Fidelity credit card, which was my first credit card ever. It's mid, to be honest, but it's not bad. Like I said, you have travel cards, you can get miles, you can get Sky Miles with Delta, that kind of thing. So travel cards if you're big into travel. Student cards, kind of like I was talking about earlier. There's specific student cards that help you build credit and are much, much safer and aren't going to beat you down. The secured cards require deposit, like I said. You gotta have the money to be able to spend it. What was he having? Balance transfer cards. Oh no, this is what I caution you, please. Balance transfer. Please do not do one unless you have changed your habits, because you're just going to build the credit right back up. So what a balance transfer is essentially a brand new credit card. You can take all the debts from a different credit card, put it onto that one, and have 0% interest for 18 months to hopefully pay your debt down. But what most people do is they free up the one card, right? That they just transfer the balance to a different one. They spend on that card. They spend on the new one, double the debt, and you're doomed. You're doomed. Please don't do that. Please. Costs and risks. Come on, Jalen Hurts. Man, Jalen Hurts is untalented sometimes. Interest charges if balance is not paid in full. Yeah, so if you don't pay your full statement balance at the end of the month, that interest is going to sneak up on you, hit you with a bat in the back of the head. Annual fees, late fees, foreign transaction fees. So if you're new to credit cards, look for a card that has 0 annual fees. You don't need them. You're not looking for anything fancy. You're just looking to build some credit. 0 annual fee card. The Blue Cash every day is that. I recommend that card if you have. Actually, I don't know if you'd be able to get it if you don't have any credit. But either way, 0% or 0 annual fee cards, and then foreign transaction fees. I don't really know too much about that. I don't plan on going out of the country. I don't like planes anyway, so I'm not really too worried about that part of it. And then the penalty APR after missed payments. So don't miss a payment or you're going to get smacked for it. Yeah, and if you abuse your credit card, your credit score is going to go down. So please take that into consideration. Dude, what is with these AC-130s going above my house now? You guys hear that? That's 2 videos in a row where an AC-130, I don't know if it's an AC-130, I just think of COD. But what the heck? How interest is calculated, so interest equals APR divided by 365 days times your daily balance. Yeah, that's right, it's daily. It's going to smack you daily. 18%, an example. 18% APR on $1,000. 18% is low for credit cards, by the way. Usually it's much worse than this. It's around 50 cents a day. And that adds up, man. Please pay it off. Carrying a balance adds up quickly. Paying only minimum takes years to repay. Years to repay. So, if you want to pay the minimums, you're going to be paying them for years, guys. Using credit wisely. Pay the full balance every month. Number 1, always pay on time. Keep utilization less than 30% of limit. You know, you might have some big purchases. You make the big purchases on the 0%. If you have 0% intro rate kind of thing, then yeah, that's where you'd want to do that. But then pay that down fast. But in general, don't stack up hike them up because you're likely not going to be able to pay it back on time. That interest is going to poop on you. Oh my gosh, the Vikings. Okay, don't open too many cards too quickly. So I have 3 credit cards. I started my first credit card 4 or 5 years ago, so I've opened 3 cards in 5 years. Not bad. My credit score is like 760, 770. I don't have much credit. I have a student loan on there that was like $1,000 and 3 credit cards. So my credit file is not too great. That's why I need to start building it. And then read the terms. Please read the terms because there's fees, grace periods, APR. Know what you're getting into before you get into it. Do your research. And I'm not going to be recommending you guys sign up for any credit cards. I do not want to push that on you because I know the kind of trouble. And I just don't want to put you guys into trouble without you having your full knowledge. So please do your research. I'm not going to tell you what to get. Please don't go out and get a credit card without doing research because it can hurt you. So, okay. Now let's go to the next slide. Credit card statement basics. So it shows the statement period, the purchases within that period, and your new balance. So it lists your due date and the minimum payment for that due date. So let's say you have like a $300 on your statement balance and your minimum payment's $35. That $35 is all you would have to pay that month. But then you're going to get charged interest on top of that other money that's still there. So pay it off. List breaks down interest and fees. Yep. It's important for tracking your spending, so keep track of your statement balances in your statements. I download all mine. I'm kind of obsessive, but every single purchase, I'm obsessive with my money. I look at my credit card balances every day for literally no reason. I know exactly what I spend. I know what's getting taken out of there. I look at all my investment accounts every day. I don't know. I just like looking at my money. Maybe that's just a little too obsessive, but keep track of it. Keep track of what's going in and out. Just be diligent of your money. Impact on credit score. So payment history is the most important. Paying on time, making your minimum payments, all that. Credit utilization also matters. The ratio matters. Under 30% is usually ideal. Length of credit history builds over time. Like my credit file is limited credit history because I've only had credit on my file for 5 years or something like that. Oh, Matthew Stafford's going deep. Too many inquiries can lower your score for a little bit. Like after my last credit card, it dropped my score by 40 points, and then now it's back up normal. So that happens with hard inquiries. And then mix of credit types helps. Like I said, I got 3 rev lines, zombies. Rev lines, which is credit cards, and then I have 1 installment loan, which is a student loan. But I don't have any large installment loans, which is I need to, but I don't like taking on debt. Choosing the right card. Now I'm going to talk about this, but I'm not going to give any specific recommendations because I don't want to put that on anybody. Match cards to spending style, cash back. My card has 3% cash back on everything. Groceries, gas, which is all I spend my money on, so that's perfect. That's all I need. And there's travel cards. You get more bonuses for travel. And there's student cards. Compare APRs, fees, intro offers. If you are interested in a credit card, look at the intro offers because it might be if you spend like $1,000 within the first 3 months, you get a $250 cash back. Or $250 statement balance, which is like cash. Which is huge. That's what I did to get my last credit card. I opened it literally so I got free plane tickets. Check your eligibility, your credit score, your income, that kind of thing. And then the balance, the perks versus the costs. Just typical stuff. Mistakes to avoid: only paying the minimum balance. Hopefully I'm smashing that into your head. Pay more than the minimum balance. Ignoring fees. If you're just having late fees stack up, like, what are you doing? Maxing out your card. Be diligent. Don't overspend because you have a credit card. Usually, if it's your first card, they're going to give you a lower balance anyway, which is good because you don't need those big balances. Like on my first card, I believe my balance was $1,000, and I only ever racked it up to score, sorry. I racked it up. The highest I ever got was like $400. And then my next card, my Amex, I got a $9,000 balance statement allowed or whatever limit. I only ever racked it up to about $1,200 and paid it down. And then my newest credit card, they gave me almost $20-something thousand balance limit. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? I'm never gonna touch that. But now I have. It looks good for your credit file, right? Applying for too many credit cards quickly. Don't do that. It'll affect your credit score. And then not reading the terms and then getting scammed. So please, not scam, but just please be smart. Do your research. Watch YouTube videos that are watch YouTubers and videos that are much smarter than me. Get better information on starter cards. There's a lot of them out there, and you'll probably get like their links. If you use their link, you'll probably get a bonus or something. And then summary and takeaways. Credit cards are powerful tools if used wisely. I use mine for every purchase. I don't remember the last time I used my debit card. I never use my debit card. I always put it on credit. It's much safer if you know how to use it, right? Somebody steals your credit card, you'll get your money back. If someone steals your debit card stuff, steals your bank account money, the bank doesn't give a crap about you. So, much safer with credit. Number one, you get cash back. Why would I not want to get 3% back? It doesn't seem like a lot, but it stacks up over time, right? 3% here, 3% there. It's better than no percent with a debit card. That's the way I look at it, at least. And then avoid interest. Avoid interest, paying on time and paying your full balance. Please. Keep utilization low. Monitor your statements. Keep your eye on your statements. Choose a card that fits your needs. Groceries, gas ones, travel, student, those kind of things. And consistency builds strong credit history. So just keep paying on time. And if you do have to pay minimum balances, if you can't pay off your full balance, at least make the minimum payment. At least do that. It's still going to hurt me. It's still going to hurt my heart. But at least make the minimum payment. Just stay consistent. Be diligent. And you'll be safe. But guys, like I said, please, credit cards can be dangerous. Do research. Do your own research. The Rams are kicking a game-winning field goal. Oh my gosh, and it just got blocked. And the Eagles are going to take it all the way back. Wow. Must be nice to have a good defensive line. Sorry about that. Anyways, guys, please drop questions down below in the comments. Like I said, free stocks if you're interested in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Deuces.